Oh, I got it. I got it. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Woo! Hi guys, what's up? In this video, we are on the hunt for timber, and I'm out scaling some timber, so I thought it'd be a good time to take a little video and kind of explain why I do and how I do certain things and why I do them that way. So hopefully you guys get a little insight into it. Once again, it may not be the right way, it's just the way that it works for me. So hopefully you guys enjoy it, and if anything, you get to go for a little walk. So all right, everybody, take care.
Hey y'all, can you see me now? I'm upside down. All right, see my paper and my paint. Obviously we're marking timber. Can you see the marks on the trees out throughout the woods here? I'm getting towards the end, so I figured this is a decent enough time to do this video. I marked the bigger stuff in the back, but I was with a buyer when I was marking it, so I couldn't do the video. Here's remnants of an old top. This was, I think this was a field, and it was cut a long 50, 60 years ago maybe. So give you an idea what I'm doing. There's some just junk grade trees, like scrag blocking trees that wouldn't be anything worth more than, you know, paid by the ton. Those trees I mark and I tally in my head. I have an average size of them and I know roughly how many they are, but that's just for the garbage trees. But the good trees, like we got a red oak here and these cherry I've been marking, we use the tree scale stick. There it is. I've talked about that before. I hold it up to the tree, get our diameter at breast height. This one's 18, and I'm only going to get one good 16 foot log, between 1 and 1.5 before it gets too small to be grade. So at 18 we got 164. We'll call that red oak 125 foot, and I mark that. See, I got all my species. 125 foot. So there's soft maple, there's red oak, there's white oak, there's cherry, there's hickory, walnut, we got hard maple, bass, beech. Basswood I ended up marking. We're gonna mark that as a blocking tree because that's all it's gonna go for. So, and then other things you'll notice that I'll mark down, like I'll be going, if I'm in an area, there's a bunch of red oak, I'll go through and scale a bunch of them and add them up my head, and then I'll put them down on the book. So when I go to add all this up in the calculator, it saves me time later. I don't know if that makes sense or not. But we got a nice red oak here. Looks like we'll get 2 sticks out of it, plus blocking out of the top. So, well, this is a black oak, actually, not a red oak, but it's scaled on the sale as red. So we've got at breast height 35 inches. We got 2 16-foot logs, like more like 1.5, but we have some good wood in the top there. So 2 16-foot logs. We have 894, and it's not quite 2, so we're gonna scale it at 850. And that's on the red oak, so we put 850. I'm trying to hold things so you guys can see what I'm doing. Probably not. And obviously, that's the line. That means cut, harvest. But, and then the call trees, or just the next call trees, garbage tree. You can see there was an old tree there. It looks like an old oak that was cut down many, many years ago. That's like 50 years. We got some stump shot cherry there. I think this was like overgrown pasture, and they cut the big pasture trees down. Obviously, you can see they cut it high. Reason being is usually cows chewed on the bases of them, made in the base of the tree, not worth a crap. Livestock, not so much cows. Here we got a nice hickory. 2 sticks tall, shagbark hickory. Breast height, we got 19 inches, too tall, like 200 feet. Where's the hickory? 200. Let's get, and I usually try to put these, and I mark the timber in the manner I would cut it. So I'd start in the back. So I always try to put my marks where I know I'll see them. And doesn't necessarily mean I will. And then if I'm gonna be in an area where I'm bouncing around, I'll put 2 on it. Some sales require that you put 4, 1 on all 4 sides of the tree, plus a dot on the stump. But this is just private sale, so we're gonna do that. It's good red oak. Got 2 sticks in it. This is a young red oak, but it's a good one. It meets the requirements of grade. So we got 19 and 2. It's a little more than 2. So it's reading 200, but I'll put 225 on it because That's a little good. Get a little more of us. 225. Let's get a line on that baby. We missed a cherry over here. That's 100 foot of log. I can just tell you right now. I've been doing enough of these today that I'm pretty fresh on it. And it looks like I can get this down without tearing too much up. So we've got 16 and 1.5. So we're looking at 100 foot of cherry. Let's get a mark on that. Now, when you're setting this up, some people, I'm marking these trees in a manner. Let's say, for instance, there's one nice tree up in there. Now, there's a bunch of undersized stuff in there that will be great material one day. I will probably leave, more than likely, unless I can get to that tree without tearing up everything, getting to it, and getting that tree down without tearing up a bunch of other stuff. Odds are, me, personally, I'd leave that tree. Because what's the sense in going up there and destroying all that good residual timber for one tree? It's not worth it. Whereas I got this area a little more heavily marked. You can see I got multiple cherry up there marked. Beyond that, we've got some crummy basswood we're gonna get out of here. We've got soft maple there, more cherry over there. So I know I'm gonna have a pocket where I can fall everything and the machine can travel through here and so whatnot. That way is, some people mark timber and they don't think of it through the harvester's eyes, you know what I mean? Like, hey, can this guy even get this tree out of here without destroying everything? And then when the logger comes along and cuts that tree as he chooses to, or whether he chooses to or not to, that's up to him. But when he cuts the tree because he paid for it, then landowner or the buyer, whoever buys the timber, whether it be forester or whatever, will say, oh, that logger, they badmouth the logger. Well, it's not necessarily the logger's fault. Stuff comes out the bid sheet and he pays for it, so he wants to get it, obviously, because he don't want to lose money. But it's just not advantageous for anybody, for the logger, for the landowner. We're looking at about 100 foot in that one to do stuff like that. There's a spot on the back of this hill. Cherries down here. That there's a couple nice trees out in the middle, but they're just not. They ain't worth it. So hopefully that makes sense to you. Why I wouldn't go after stuff like that. It's just me. I mean, I don't want to be tearing anybody's stuff up any more than what logging already does. I mean, it's the nature of the beast. But in the end, it is healthy. We got some dead locust over there that leave them all alone. Those are den trees. They're dead. They're not hurting the crown or anything. Good place for the squirrels to hide their nuts. I said nuts, how you like that? So we got just about everything. All this is all undersized. See, like that soft maple just barely makes size, but why would I come up in here and cut that for one measly little tree? Let it grow, man. Some goofball like me coming down the road 20 years from now. Okay, I guess we got an old skid road right here. That's good. That'll really help me. I can use this instead of plowing through them young trees. We got a cherry over there we got to get marked. It's be about 125 foot. I just want to check the back side of this hill. There's one little knob here I didn't check. Check out a little pond there. More just like a water. The bung, as Dale calls it. Stump jumper, the bung. We got a Y here. It's going to be goofy. So we got 26 at one, so we're at 266. Plus I'll get another 40 feet out of that log on that side. So let's call that 300 for hickory. And that's smooth bark hickory, better known as pig nut. The genus for it is mocker nut hickory. Took me a long time to learn that when I was young. I could not figure out what that stuff was. Looks like we got another big old hickory down there. We got some big cherry down in here too. So I'm gonna shut up and not talk, and you just guys can kind of watch what I'm doing. Pick fun leave comments. I love you guys' comments. All right, there's only 1.5 in this. There's only 1 in this. So we got about 21 and 1. So about 154 on hickory. There's a big one there, buddy. I don't like these jaggers, though, I can tell you that. Ow, those are hook briars. So we got 2 in this one. So 28 and 2, because that's inside the bark. So we're up to 551. I just want to check this side, make sure there's no blems. 551. That cherry over there is pretty rotten looking. I don't even want to go up there and disturb all that. Look at that, the sun's coming out. Boy, it's been doomy gloomy around here the past couple days. Another hickory. So that hickory's at 550. This is what I'm telling you, like when I mark multiple trees. I'll come down here and check this out. We got 2 in this one at 19 and 2. So we got 200 in this, so 550 plus 2, 750. Where's the hickory? I love that sound. I almost like marking timber more than I like cut it. I thoroughly enjoy it, like seeing a new piece of land and see what can come out of it, and it's just exciting. So now we got some cherry to mark. We'll paint this one 16 and 1, 19. So we got 120 feet in that one. $120. This one we'll get 1.5 out of. So 21 and 180. So that's 300. We're up to 300 on cherry. It's pretty intense sometimes. 300. That's a 100-foot tree. 100 foot, 18 and 1. 100 foot. This tree here is 150 because it's got that crook at the top. 20 and 2. Nah, it's 1. It's 150. 150. Old fence grown in that. That's pretty wild looking. And we got 150 on the cherry. So we're at 3 plus 150 is 450. I'll just file that in my head. 450 filed. Okay, we're gonna do 2 hard maples real quick. 28 and 1, 317. It's pretty ugly up top. 317. Don't forget that cherry's still at 450. We got more of them to do. And this is a 1 logger too. $30 and 1. So we got 317, 310, and 380. So we are at 700 feet. Probably gonna be dirty inside, but we'll see what happens. So we're at 450 on the cherry. We got about 50 foot in this one. Yep, 50 foot. So we're at 500. This one here should have 150 foot in it. Maybe 140. It's a pretty good size log. Oh yeah, no, 200. That's why you measure every tree. So we're at 700 now. 700. And we got more cherries to do. I think we got them all. No, there's cherry back here. So let's just mark down 700 before we forget. Or no. No. There's a big one up there. don't think I did that one. Look at that big beautiful. That's 2 sticks. Man, that's a good tree there. So we got 22 and 2. We were at 700, that's 300. So now we're at 1,000 foot total. I said I was gonna shut up and I didn't. 1,000 foot, and this is 150. Let's just check. I don't know. Yeah, that's 150. So we're at 1150. 1150 on the cherry. Nice little spot of cherry right here. You know, it adds up quick. I can tell you right now, it's gonna be a good clean tree. We get it down. Maybe it'll make veneer. So, I think I missed another cherry back there. But okay. You got 15 minutes of me just barking and walking. So, I'm gonna jump off here. I hope y'all enjoyed.